Hi students, welcome in chemistry classes and we are studying about the polymer chemistry. In our previous lecture we have seen very important topics of the polymers and have been seen several important problems based on the csir-net exam. Okay, now we have to consider some more topics that are quite important. One of them is the classification of polymers, or we have to know about three important terms that are isotactic polymers, syndiotactic polymers and atactic polymers, or we can consider stereoregular polymers. What are the stereoregular polymers? We have to consider it. Okay, and then we have to see the root mean, square distance, contour length, etc. Right? So firstly start by the classification of polymers in a very quick manner. Okay, we know that the polymers are formed by the combination of the monomer units. Suppose we have a monomer unit in this way, CH2 double bond CHR. Okay, now this can combine in different ways. Suppose this is the alpha carbon atom, okay, and this is the beta carbon atom. Now there may be one consideration is that this alpha carbon will join to the beta carbon atom of the another molecule. Okay, in this way it means alpha to alpha and beta to beta linkages are formed. For example, see here, CH2 CHR, this is alpha carbon atom and here we attach the CHR. It means this is alpha carbon atom, this is beta carbon atom, and now we are attaching this again the alpha carbon atom of the another molecule, and then this is beta of the another molecule. Now it is attaching to the beta of the another molecule, and this is alpha carbon atom in this way, and this will attach to the alpha carbon atom. Okay, in this way. So this type of union may be, or there may be a union in another way. This is alpha carbon atom and this is beta carbon atom. So now we are attaching it in this manner. This is alpha, this is attaching to the beta carbon atom. Okay, this is alpha carbon atom. Okay, this will attach to the another beta carbon atom of the another molecule in this manner, right? So we are forming here alpha to beta linkages, right, in this manner. Okay, so there may be different types of the patterns of the combination of these monomer units. Okay, and whenever we have the asymmetrical alkenes like this, we are getting such type of polymers in which you can see here these alpha carbon atoms are attached to four different substituents. Consider this carbon atom, this is our group, one is hydrogen atom, and these are two polymer chains of the different length. Okay, so this carbon atom is now asymmetrical, or we can say this is the chiral carbon atom. Okay, so these all alpha carbon atoms are now chiral. Okay, so these polymer chains shows the optical activity. It means each of these alpha carbon atom will have the D or L configuration, right? So on the basis of their arrangements, the polymers can be classified into three different types. Okay, and the first one type is the isotactic polymers. What are the isotactic polymers? It means when all the asymmetrical carbon atoms have the same configuration with respect to each other. Either all of them have the D configuration or all of them have the L configuration, right? So such type of polymers are called isotactic polymers. For example, if we are taking such type of chain of the polymer, this is a chain. Okay, these are the carbon atoms, right? Now consider this carbon atom. Okay, at this carbon atom there is a R group, this is above the plane, right, and this is hydrogen that is below the plane. Now all of the carbon atoms will have the same configuration in this way. All will have the same configuration. All are having the R group above the plane. So such type of polymers are called isotactic polymers, right? Okay, now see the another type of the polymers are syndiotactic polymers. It means such type of polymers where there is a regular alternation of the D and the L configuration. It means at one carbon atom if there is a D configuration, that and the another carbon atom there will be L configuration, then D, then L in this manner. Suppose we have a chain in this manner. Okay, now see here, if there is arc above the plane and this is below the plane, now this hydrogen will be above the plane and this R group will be below the plane. Okay, then this hydrogen will be below the plane and then this R will be above the plane. Here now this hydrogen will be above the plane and this R group will be below the plane. Then this hydrogen will be below the plane and this R group will be above the plane. In this way, there is an alternative pattern at the each carbon atom. Okay, so such type of polymers are known as Syndiotactic polymers. Third one is the Atactic polymers. These are the polymers in which there is the random configurations. It means there is no alternate pattern or there is no regularity. Okay, there may be any configuration at any carbon atom, right? So such type are called atactic polymers. Suppose we have a chain here. Okay, now here can be this hydrogen below the plane and this is above the plane. Here it can be below the plane and this can be above the plane. Okay, this can be now below the plane and this can be above the plane, and here this can be now above the plane. Okay, and this is below the plane. It means there is no definite arrangement here. These are randomly arranged. So such are called the atactic polymers. Now see one important thing here. The isotactic polymers and the syndiotactic polymers. These are combinedly known as the stereoregular polymers. Okay, these are called stereoregular polymers. And one of the important catalyst for synthesizing these stereoregular polymers is a very important catalyst here is the Ziegler-Natta catalyst. Okay, this is a very important catalyst for synthesizing the stereoregular polymers, and it is a heterogeneous catalyst. And what is it? Actually, it is a mixture of TiCl4 and Al(C2H5) whole thrice. Okay, if you want, I can make a video on particularly this catalyst. Okay, that is also in the inorganic chemistry. If you want, I can make it. You can comment us. Okay. Okay, now see some important formulas based on the end-to-end distance and the length. These formulas are for the random coil polymer, and I have seen the questions 2 marks and 4 marks questions from this topic. Okay, so just you have to learn the formulas, nothing else you have to do, so that you can do the such type of questions quite easily in few seconds. Okay, first formula is for the contour length, that is denoted by RC. Actually, it is the length of macromolecule measured along its backbone from atom to atom. It means suppose we have these are the different monomers in this manner. Okay, and these are joined in this way. Okay, so we have to measure in this manner, here, then here, then here. In this manner we have to measure this whole distance in this manner. When we measure, this is called the contour length. Okay, suppose here the number of these monomer units are n. Okay, and the length of these are L. Okay, so the contour length RC will be equal to n into L. Okay, very short formula. Okay, and if you know this formula, then you can do such type of questions quite easily, right? Next formula is for the root mean square length or root mean square distance, that we call RMS. Okay, and this formula is also very easy. Formula is this root mean square distance is equal to n to power half L. Okay, this is the same. N is the number of the monomers and L is the length of each this segment. Okay, now see, the third one is the mean end to end distance. It is denoted by R. Okay, now what is the formula for it? The formula for it is R is equal to 8 upon 3 pi to power half n to power half L. Okay, now here I have seen one more formula for the average end to end distance that was asked in the exam. That is denoted in this manner. This is root and then this is square. Okay, in this manner. So for the formula for this will be n to power half L. Okay, the same formula for here. Okay, now see the next formula is for most probable end to end distance, RMP, and the formula is RMP is equal to 2 by 3 to the power half n to power half L. Okay, this is the formula. Now see the next thing is the radius of gyration. Okay, and radius of gyration is shown by Rg. What is it? Actually it is the average root mean square distance of atoms from the center of mass. Okay, now see for the one dimensional case, one dimensional random coil, the formula will be Rg is equal to n to power half L. Okay, and when we have given the 3D, it means 3-dimensional coil, then what is the formula? The formula will be Rg is equal to n upon 6 to power half L. Okay, if we have not given these things, we have given the root mean square distance RMS, then how to solve this? For this what we have to do here, this is the formula, Rg is equal to 1 upon root 6 RMS. Okay, so you have to just learn these formulas. Okay, nothing you have to do. If the question is asked, then you have to just put the values in these formulas and you can do the questions very easily. Okay. Okay, now see this question from December 2015. The question is the average end-to-end distance of a random coil polymer of 10 to 6 monomers in unit of segment length is. Okay, now we have given, what is given to us? We have given n. N is equal to 10 to power 6. Okay, and now what formula we have to use here? This formula, root of R square. Okay, in this manner. Okay, this is equal to root of n L. Now just we have to put here value. So root of 10 to power 6, and we have to find out this in the terms of the segment length. It means we have to find out it in the units of this L. So this value will be equal to 10 to power 3 L. Right? This is our answer, 10 to power 3. Okay, now we have to see the question from December 2018. This question I have done in a separate video. I have already made a separate video on this particular topic, but now I am doing it again. See here, the contour and the root mean square length in nanometer of a polymer chain modeled as random coil with n is equal to 1000 we have given and L is equal to 150 in picometer. This is given as in picometer and we have to answer in nanometers. Okay, so see here the formula for the contour length. What is the formula? N into L. So put here the value. This is 1000. Okay, and this is 150 picometer. So if we are converting it to meter, then it will be 10 to power minus 12 meter. Okay, so this will come 150 into 10 to power minus 9 meter. If we are writing it in nanometer, then it will be 150 nanometer. So this is our answer of the contour length. Right, now we have to see the what is the this is the question, root mean square length. Okay, root mean square length. For this formula is n to power half into L. So this will be equal to 1000 to the power half into 150 into 10 to power minus 12 meter. Okay, and when we are calculating it, it will be equal to 4.74 into 10 to power minus 9 meter, or this will be equal to 4.74 nanometer. Okay, so this is our another answer. Okay, so in this way you have to do such type of questions. Meets you in the another video, and then we will see the kinetics of the polymerization reaction. That is a very important topic, and we have to cover the questions based on that particular topic also. Okay, so meets you in the next video. Thank you.